Welcome to SuperCoach. How are we, guys? Shocking week. It was a shit-ass week, and totally off SuperCoach. But we'll go with that in a moment. I'll hit you with a little story from Friday night at the footy. Had the most aggressive footy fan encounter I've had. Over the journey, you have some words with supporters at times and opposition fans, but it's normally about footy, and it's normally just comes from a passionate place, never gets aggressive. But on Friday night, I'll run you through the scenario. So, Geelong Collingwood, where I'm with workmates as well, so not ideal for Shorty to get too fired up. But early on in the piece, Nick Dacos got pinged for holding the ball, and it was clear as day. Anyway, the four blokes in front of us said, "Your classic Collingwood wankers, They just look like four mid to high 30 blokes who hate their job, hate their partners, go to the footy, get pissed, and just yell at other athletes." Well, not other athletes. They certainly weren't athletes, but yell at other people. Anyway, they're like, "Oh, you fucking dog," this and that. Just I'm like, come on, righto. Anyway, this Dacos thing happened. Like, "How the fuck's that holding the ball, you dog umpire?" And I'm like, "How is it not, mate?" And he's like, "Oh, he had no chance." I'm like, "Mate, you can't just drop it on the ground. It's clearly holding the ball." I'm like, "Come on, man." So there was a little bit of tension early. And then at half-time, one of my work friends, she had her feet up on the seat, just next to this guy. And the fella's like, "Oh, my mate's going to be back in a sec. Do you mind getting your hooves off the seat?" I'm like, "Gee, where's calling them hooves, mate?" You sort of, said in the right way, that's kind of funny. But it didn't go down well with her. Anyway, so we're a bit off them and it's building. Halfway through the third or something like that. Now, I didn't even think I was kicking this guy's seat. Sometimes when I'm at the footy and it's close, I'll sort of tap my leg, sort of shake it a bit. Just like a nervous habit sort of thing. And the bloke turns around and he's like, "Mate, do you mind stop kicking me seat?" I'm like, "Oh, bro, righto." And, I gave him a bit of a smart-ass answer. I was kind of like, "Yeah, mate, yeah, I'll try. I'll do my best." Because I was off this bloke. I'm like, "You're a wanker, bro." Anyway, my smart-ass reply didn't land very well, did it? His mate's like, "He asked you nicely, you fuckwit. How about you just listen to him, mate?" And I'm like, "Whoa, bro." I'm like, "Come on, mate." I was like, "Just watch the footy, mate." He's like, "You're being a fuckwit, mate." I'm like, "Wow, things are escalating here." And I said to the bloke, "Look, it was an accident. I didn't mean to kick your seat, mate. Let's just watch the bloody footy." And then they're getting stuck into me. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I was actually a bit rattled. I was like, far out. This escalated well beyond what it should have. And of course, 3 minutes later, Collingwood kick a goal. And his mates are fucking into me. He turns around. He's banging the bottom of me seat. He's going, oh, it's an accident, mate. It's an accident. And I'm like, who the fuck are you, bro? I'm biting my tongue here. Because, what can you say? These blokes are clearly... when you get the sense where you're like, if I arc back here, they're every chance to bloody hit you the way things are going. They're smashing beers. They're bloody wanker blokes. I'm like, look, you're just going to have to hold your words here and bite your tongue. And, it's not ideal in front of the work people. They're sort of telling them to calm down and stuff. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And at that point, I'm like, oh, Geelong, if ever I need you to win, it's now. I need you to deliver for me here, please. Anyway, when Ollie Henry kicked that goal, man, I was up and about. I was like, let's go. Right over the top of them. I was up and about. And then, of course, they leave a few minutes earlier. The Cats had done them. And I thought, oh, this will be interesting. And they get up, and I'm like, what are we going to get here? And this fella goes, "Oh, good game to you guys. Everyone except that mustached fuckwit." Mustached fuckwit. I was like, whoa, righto. And I'm just looking forward. I'm like, I'm not even going to give you the satisfaction of a response there, mate, because you're an absolute wanker. Go beat the traffic, buddy. I mean, I was so close to being like, oh, all the best, mate. Beat the traffic, why don't you? But I was like, oh, nah. He'd probably try and clock you. But, Jesus, it was eventful. I was actually a bit shaken, in that third term. It's not often you actually get, abused. And I'll admit my response was a little bit smart-ass vibes. But at that point, I really didn't warm to giving him a nice response. But, gee, it escalated well out of proportion. So that was a bit of fun. That's what you get sometimes at the footy. Not often. Can't say I've ever had that before, but there you go. Little story for you out there. And I'll try and watch a bit of Wimbledon tonight, but gee, I'm tired. We're back into work tomorrow, so I really should get a decent sleep, but we'll see how we go. This is a disaster. Obviously, I chose to hold Zach Fisher. I'm kicking myself about Matt Rao. You guys told me, so I've only got myself to blame. I shouldn't have gone him. In theory, I really just thought he was at a good price for my M9. And looking at my overall trade plan, I really needed someone around that 480, 490. In hindsight, I just should have gone Warner. I felt like Warner will get tagged a lot, and he struggles with the tag. And then, then they go and drop Phillips, and he doesn't get tagged. So it's a shocking week, 21.73. Absolutely shocking. We drop outside the top 10K. Won my draft, which I'm stoked about because, really needed to get up for that one. But yeah, look, the Rail one's frustrating. I mean, I didn't expect 120 or anything, but I really didn't expect the worst score of the year. I really thought he'd get a bit more ownership without Miller. I've only got myself to blame for it. It was a bad call. I should have gone Warner. It is what it is. So that's how the rest of the team went. I'm not really too interested in talking about it, to be honest, because I'm totally off it. Bontempelli was not that great, and watching Tom Green was a wild frustration. The bloke had so little care with the footy, just the way he disposed of it. He'd get a hard ball and just handball it out anywhere. I mean, the disposal efficiency was atrocious. So what do you do? I mean, it was always going to be a tough week. I was resigned to that. I knew it would be, and I was content with leaving Fisher in there for the overall picture. And he had 28 or something in the two. So I feel like he'll come back in. I'm going to go Fraser to Goulden. That's my trade plan. But yeah, look, I don't know. Just pisses me off. How did I win 6 leagues? How on earth did I win the cash league by 14 points? That is a miracle. But anyway, yeah, honestly, if you beat me, well done. I'm off it at the moment. I just can't be bothered with it. But we'll reset. Those frustrating days are the ones where you just don't look at the SuperCoach till about Wednesday, and then by that point you're all optimistic again with a new trade plan and a new week, and you're feeling all right again. But yeah, it frustrates me when you make really bad calls on the trade, particularly when I was aware of it. I looked so hard into Rao. I looked through everything. I was like, can he get a response? Why hasn't he been playing well? I looked at their run homes comparatively, and I looked at my other trade prospects, and I thought, what? I want to go like Caldwell or even, a bit further up to another player, but I've got Rosie, I've got Green, I need someone at this price point if I'm going to bring in Sarong and Goulden and Curnow. I'm on limited trades here, so I still believe my side by round 20 will look really, really good. I believe I can have 25 premiums, if you want to call some of these guys premiums. But, but overall at the moment, it's just frustrating, really. So, we'll go live on Wednesday, normally about 7:45 on YouTube, 7 o'clock on TikTok. So, also for those wondering, I'm working away on the subscriber goal kicking video, working away on that, so that will hopefully be out later in the week. But come on, Carlos Alcaraz, we need you, mate. Please knock Djokovic off, or Djokovic, whatever you want to call the bastard. But anyway, we'll get Heaney back, hopefully Fisher back, a couple of trades, things will look a bit better. We'll see how we go. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you had a better week than me. Cheers.